Life continues around her, but something feels different now. The silence you left behind didn't explode into her world. It seeped into it slowly, like fog rolling in beneath the door. At first, she kept moving as if nothing had changed. She laughed with friends, posted her usual stories, put on makeup, smiled in selfies. But the emptiness lingered just behind the filter. The notifications kept coming, but none from you. That absence didn't scream. It echoed. Loudest in the quiet moments when no one else was around to distract her from the truth she was trying not to feel. The attention she once chased suddenly feels hollow. Guys still compliment her. She still gets messages, but none of it lands. Not the way your words did. Not the way your presence used to wrap around her like a warm coat on a cold day. She's surrounded by people, yet she feels alone. Because the one person who made her feel safe, steady, seen, you're gone. Not blocked, not angry, just gone. And it's that peace, that gentle withdrawal, that leaves a deeper mark than any dramatic exit could. She starts comparing, even if she won't admit it out loud. The way other guys respond, the tone of their messages, how little they seem to care about the things that mattered to her. Every interaction is a reminder of how different you were, how real it felt when it was you. It's not about longing for the past. It's about realizing the present doesn't feel the same anymore. That space you left behind is no longer just a gap in her day. It's a weight in her chest. And the deeper she tries to bury it beneath distractions, the louder it grows. Because your silence didn't just remove you from her world. It exposed the emptiness that was always there. She tells herself she's ready to move on. That it's time to meet someone new to fill the space you used to occupy. So she agrees to a date, smiles when she doesn't feel like it, and tries to let someone else in. But something's missing. It's in the way the new guy speaks, how his words feel rehearsed, how his energy doesn't settle her nerves but adds to them. She laughs, but it feels forced. She listens, but she's not present. Because no matter how hard she tries to give this new connection a chance, her mind keeps drifting back to you. It's not about obsession. It's about contrast. The way you used to look at her without judgment. The way you remembered small things. The way your voice softened when she was anxious. You created a sense of emotional safety that she didn't even realize she needed until it was gone. Now, with someone else sitting across the table, trying to impress her, she feels the void. Not because he's terrible, but because he's not you. She starts comparing every detail, the rhythm of conversation, the silence between words, even the way you used to just sit with her. No performance, no pressure. The little things come, flooding back. How you noticed her mood without her saying a word. How your silence felt like presence, not distance. And suddenly, she understands that what you gave wasn't ordinary. It was rare. Your absence has turned into a measuring stick she didn't expect to use. And no one seems to measure up. She doesn't say it out loud. She won't text you, not yet. But deep inside, she's no longer wondering if she let something good go. She's realizing she let go of something that may never come again. Time passes, and something inside her begins to shift. At first, she thought it was just temporary confusion or a passing moment of nostalgia. But now, the feeling lingers longer, presses deeper. It's not about missing you, it's about confronting herself. She starts to remember things differently now. Not the arguments or the frustration, but the way you were always there, grounded, calm, reliable. She thinks back to how you listened without judgment, how you gave even when you received little in return. And that realization stings, not because you wronged her, but because she sees now that she never truly appreciated what she had. She remembers how she took your presence for granted, how she expected your patience as if it was owed to her. She let pride guide her, convinced herself she had the upper hand, that walking away meant winning. But now that silence remains, not filled with anger or longing, just truth. Your stillness has become her mirror, and the reflection isn't flattering. Guilt creeps in, not loud, but steady. She realizes she didn't lose a man who couldn't love. She lost one who loved quietly, consistently, and deeply. Eventually, she reaches out, but not directly. She watches your stories more closely, likes. An old post maybe sends a subtle message masked as casual. It's a vulnerability test. She's hoping you'll respond, even just a little. But you don't. You've changed. You've grown past the need to prove your worth. Your silence isn't revenge, it's peace. She sees now that you didn't. Just walk away. You rose above, and that's what hits her hardest. She's no longer battling regret. She's drowning in the realization that what she let go of was rare, and what she's left with is a version of herself still hoping for a reply that will never come. You ever just stop talking to someone? Not with anger, not with bitterness, but with a calm, quiet realization that you were the only one holding the connection together? That moment doesn't come with an announcement. It just slips in like a quiet guest, one who's been standing outside your door for too long, waiting for you to notice. And when you finally do, it's not a loud goodbye. It's a gentle release, like letting go of something heavy you didn't even know you were carrying. At first, she doesn't notice. She continues her routine, scrolling through social media, laughing at group chats, posting her usual stories. Life seems normal on the surface. But your absence has already begun to settle in. The shift is subtle. The message that didn't come. The check-in she expected that never arrived. It doesn't hit her like a breakup. It feels more like something missing from her rhythm. Like a song she's used to hearing every morning that suddenly goes silent. She tells herself you're just busy, that you'll text tomorrow. But each tomorrow comes and goes, and the silence grows. Not loud, not demanding, just present. And slowly, it starts to wrap around her world. Meanwhile, you've found peace in that silence. Not out of pride or punishment, but because you realized your energy deserved more. You stopped showing up where your presence was taken for granted. And that choice, that calm detachment, carries a power no words ever could. You don't feel the need to explain or to prove anything anymore. You've said all you needed to say, by saying nothing at all. And in that quiet, in that stillness, something within you finally feels free. Not because she's gone, but because you finally are. She won't admit it at first, but she feels the shift. It starts with something small. Maybe she notices she hasn't heard from you today, then tomorrow, and then the next day. At first, she rationalizes it. Tells herself you're just caught up, that life must be busy for you. But underneath that reasoning, something unsettles her. It's not panic yet. It's not sadness. It's just a strange unfamiliarity, a missing piece in the background of her routine. Your absence doesn't strike like thunder. It sinks in like dusk, slow and quiet, but undeniable. She scrolls through her messages, out of habit more than hope. The daily texts, the funny memes, the soft check-ins, gone. She opens your chat, types something, then deletes it. Her pride won't let her reach out first. She was so sure you'd come back on your own, like always, that you'd break first, that you'd feel her silence before she felt yours. But this time is different. You're not reaching. You're not playing the game. You've stepped out of the loop entirely, and she can feel it. That unspoken energy between you is missing, and it's not just confusing, it's destabilizing. Her confidence, once so unshakable, begins to question itself. She replays the last interaction in her mind, trying to read between the lines. Did she push too far? Did she misjudge your patience? She thought she held all the power, that walking away meant control. But silence is a mirror, And now it's reflecting back more than she expected. You're not punishing her. You're just done trying. And while she's wondering where you went, you're already learning how peaceful life can be when you stop holding on to someone who wasn't holding you back. Your silence becomes strength, and that strength starts to unravel everything. She thought she understood.